So I'm making this YouTube review because I had a functional rhinoplasty with Dr. Sunil Richardson last year in September 2023, and I have to say the result was a disaster. He destroyed my ribs. He messed up my nose, and also the service at the hospital was extremely bad. It was horrible. Now, before I continue with my review, I just want to prove that I was a real patient at Richardson Hospital. As you can see here, this is my hospital card. As you can see here, this was the card that the staff gave me when I first visited their hospital. So every patient gets this when they first visit the hospital. So that's my hospital card, and then this one is my surgical wristband that they gave me before I entered the operating theater. As you can see, that's my IP number, and the IP number is basically the surgical patient number. So, yeah. Now back to the review. So the first thing that Dr. Richardson destroyed is my ribs. In rhinoplasty, sometimes the surgeon harvests your rib cartilage in order to put it into the nose to stabilize it or to change the shape of the nose. But the way he harvested it, the way Dr. Richardson harvested my ribs, he completely destroyed it. It's been 1 year since surgery, and I still have a lot of pain in my ribs. There's some pain whenever I breathe. I can feel some tightness in my ribs whenever I breathe. There's also a lot of rib pain whenever I walk, whenever I jog. There's also a lot of rib pain whenever I run or do any other exercise, such as sit-ups. Whenever I do sit-ups, I do feel a lot of rib pain and some weakness as well. Basically, Richardson butchered my ribs, completely butchered my ribs. Dr. Sunil and his team told me that there should be no pain in the ribs long term. He said that in the first month after surgery there will be a bit of pain, but after that everything will become normal. But it's been 12 months for me, and there's still a lot of pain in the ribs. There's a bit of pain when I'm breathing in, and there's a bit of tightness. So I mean, they're just a bunch of liars, big liars. So basically, 1 month after surgery, 1 month post-op, my ribs were still paining a lot. But the staff told me that there should be no pain in the ribs 1 month post-op. So I contacted them, and they told me to wait a few months for the pain to subside. And so I waited a few more months, but the pain was still there. So I contacted them again, and they told me the same thing. They told me to wait a few more months for the pain to subside. So then I waited a few more months, but the pain was still there. And then I realized that they're just playing games and they're not serious about this. So what I did was I contacted a few other doctors, and they had a look at my ribs, and they told me that there's no solution for this, and I should just hope the pain will subside over time. And and they gave me a few painkillers in the meantime. But yeah, it's been 12 months since my surgery, and my ribs are still very painful, especially when I walk or exercise. And there's also a bit of difficulty breathing as well. So I can show you my rib scar so you all know, so you all can see how it looks and how big it is. So let me stand up here. So let me just show you. So that's the scar there, as you can see. The width is about 4 centimeters, and as I've told you before, that's the area where where there's a lot of pain. There's a lot of pain, especially when I exercise or walk, and also there's pain there when I breathe as well. So I'm planning to make a few other videos regarding how horrible the service was at Richardson Hospital, and also how he messed up my nose. Because this video was mainly about how he messed up my ribs, how he permanently messed up my ribs. So I'll see when I can get the time to make the other videos about his hospital. Anyways, if you're considering cosmetic rhinoplasty or functional rhinoplasty, you should avoid Sunil Richardson because he's a butcher. He will butcher you and he will destroy your ribs, permanently destroy your ribs, and he'll give you lifelong pain in your ribs, weakness, and also give you breathing issues. So go to a surgeon who's properly trained in rhinoplasty and also properly trained in harvesting the rib.